to take some pictures of people.
We was asking what happens, taking photos of the people that were involved.
What we've been doing today is we've been doing our dance and creating the newsletters and printing them out.
Hello, my name is Joe Russo and I work within the Allenton big local area, and I also work for a charity called Enthusiasm. So we get young people involved because we want to do what young people want to do. So we ask young people, we get them on board with us, but I suppose the biggest thing is they become part of our volunteer team and they become part of our working team. So we're not quite getting young people involved. Young people are probably getting us more involved than anything. What are the challenges? There aren't very many challenges. Sometimes it's about making sure that young people know that they've got a part to play, which once we do that, that's great, but it's also about getting other people, professionals and other local folks, to realise the value that young people bring. Well, it's just the beginning. What I've learned is that there's some really serious good biscuits and some great food so far, is what I've learned.
My name's Katie Sneed and I'm from the Rudheath and Whitting Together Big Local. So I became a community worker 12 months ago. My background was teaching and I'm really passionate about working with young people. So one of the first projects I really worked on to get off the ground was some youth provision. We started off running a youth club on a bus, which moved around to various different parks within the area. But soon we realised the bus wasn't big enough, so we actually have now moved into a permanent venue and we've been running the youth club for 9 months. There's definitely been a challenge of building those relationships. A lot of children in our area have felt let down in the past and have a lot of trust issues, and that's just going to take time. Also to know that when they actually speak to us and have an idea or an opinion that they're listened to and it's acted on, it's not just false hope really, that we actually take them seriously. That youth work is definitely more than just a youth club, that it's not something that's going to be solved for 2 hours once a week, but actually maybe thinking about one-to-one mentors, implementing relationships in schools is definitely the way to move forward and to get our young people a lot more active and do more positive things.
I'm Christine and I'm from Lee West. Well, we haven't got any on board as such, but I run the community garden and the children in the street from the age of 7 to 11. We brought them all gardening gloves and the helpers in the garden. As we're going by, they'll say to my husband and myself, Christine, Ken, have you got any work for us to do? So they get involved that way. So we've given them a portion of the garden now, where the raised beds are, and we're waiting for the seed potatoes to come out. So they'll be growing potatoes for the mums and dads, and any surplus will go to the food bank.
So I'm Barbara Arundel, I'm from Grassland Hasmore, which is Chesterfield and North East Derbyshire, big local area. Well, we go directly to the schools in the area and speak to the school councils and the school forums and try to encourage them that way, but also at our community events we directly engage with them, encourage them to be part of the survey management and things of that kind. But also they come to us, so they know about us and so they come into the project directly. I think the time, because they're busy at school, the evenings are difficult sometimes, it's just access to them. You know, if you're not a parent yourself, and I'm not in my local area, it's actually getting to the young people physically. Once you do have that conversation, they seem very enthusiastic and want to be part of it. Summer activities have been very good for that actually, because they've got to know us and that's helpful. partnership boards have got young people involved. It depends on the age of which they're set in their own parameters, but that the young people don't like sitting in meetings. We know that already, and we've discussed one or two ways with the young people here of how they actually do get the information they need without actually sitting in meetings.
Okay, my name is Andrew Seedall. I'm from Colliers Big Local in Manchester. So, part of my role is running a youth charity that's been established for about 10 years, if not longer in fact. And we're leading on the youth engagement for Colliers Big Local, and we're working with the local primary schools. We're doing what's called Discovery Days. So they have an opportunity to get used to making decisions and looking at their community and seeing what they can do and how they can get involved, how they can spend some of the money as well, which is really important. So we're doing that where we're trying to get involved with as many young people as we can, and then we're going to work with smaller groups, different age ranges, so that they can lead more on it and take more of a kind of a sort of a guiding role for their contemporaries, their peers, and also second to that is we're doing a lot of street work, we're doing a lot of detached work, because we know there's tons of young people out and about in our communities, in the parks, who have so much to offer, so much to say, but if we say to them, oh, come into this building, come into this centre on this day at a certain time, they're not going to come. So we go and find them. So we're doing that as well, and we're doing that in partnership with the high school. And then also on top of that, youth groups can get funding from Colliers Big Local. They can apply for small pots of money, and that's happening quite well. So we've got a project called Teenage Kicks, and the guys at Teenage Kicks are working with a group of 25 young people at the moment, quite intensively. Really targeting this group of young people and doing really well as well. So we've got a few different things going on. We've called our Big Local Connecting Collyhurst, and the reason why is because Collyhurst residents feel that there's different neighbourhoods within Collyhurst, but there's nothing bringing those neighbourhoods together. So you've got some people living in one area, some living in another, and that's reflected and represented with the young people. There's not a high school within Collyhurst, so the nearest high school is very much just on the edge of the community in another part called Harper Hay. They're really instrumental in what we're doing in the Big Local. So we have challenges around facilities. We have a community centre, but not a big one. We could do with bigger space, but we could do with more opportunities for young people to have places and ways that they can kind of tap into what's going on and feel more connected, which is why we've called it Connecting Collyhurst. Well, I've learned what other people are doing. I've learned other ideas from other the Connecting Collyhurst groups, other big local groups. So that's meant I can go back with tons of new ideas. Some groups are also working with primary schools, but they're working in a way that I didn't even think we could. So that's given me tons of ideas. I really like what some groups have done out in the community in developing public space. So we can go back and look at that. We've developed some public space, but we can develop tons more as well. So I think more than anything is what other big local areas are doing. It's given us tons of ideas.
Years ago, I started working for the local government and doing youth work for the council. It was very youth club oriented, and then a few years passed, and then I found out enthusiasm, and I got working for enthusiasm, and straight away I noticed the difference between the two. And I was working for about a year for enthusiasm to start with, and I moved into the area that I worked in. So I'm now a resident in this area, and I'm working in this area as well. And the difference that I've noticed, which is really good, is that what we do is that we invest in the community that we live and we work in. And I know that I can go out, if I'm out at the shops at the weekend, I'll see some of my young people, and they're seeing that familiarity all the time. Can't escape me really, can you? But just being invested and for them to be able to know they've got someone that knows what's going on in their area, knows the issues, and that can be there to support them.
My name's Sylvie and I'm from Allenton. It involves them, so like they get to choose like the different activities and everything they do, and it's just to make like the community a better place. Sometimes there are like football tournaments between different schools and like different games, socialising times. Yeah, so they get to bring their own books in that they don't really read anymore. So that, and then like, we gave them a token. So at the end of the day, they come back and we give them like a variety of different books to choose from, which they think they'd be interested in reading. Well, it's because my mum's part of the Big Kirk Allen, so I came to one of the meetings and I was really interested in it. So I came to a few more and I was helping out and like making the community a better place.
Brilliant, that's really good. And I suppose it will give you some good experience as well for the future, won't it?
Yeah, and it will go well on my CV and get a better job.